Doctors already know that patients undergoing anaesthesia are at risk of developing short-term memory problems. But what's not clear is whether their memory suffers in the long term. Now, a trial by Australian doctors hopes to answer that question once and for all. Medical reporter Sophie Scott has the story.
You'll see at the top the numbers 1 to 9.
73-year-old Paul Maher had a hip replacement 3 years ago. Since then, he says his memory has gradually deteriorated.
I did particularly notice that my short-term memory wasn't good, so that I was forgetting. If I was given a list to go up the street, I'd regularly come back with one missing item.
Doctors at Melbourne's St Vincent's Hospital are running a trial to see how many patients over 65 having an anaesthetic go on to develop long-term memory problems.
What we've seen in people coming to have anaesthetics for different surgeries and sedation for procedures is that some people have some very subtle changes in their cognitive function and memory after those procedures.
We know that at 3 months, if we test patients, their cognition in about 10 to 20% of patients, their cognition is decreased at 3 months and even 12 months.
The research, funded by the Bupa Health Foundation, will examine patients having hip replacements. Patients will undergo memory tests before and after the operation and then be monitored for 5 years. Previous studies have found that cognitive decline showed up regardless of the type of anaesthesia or operation.
Surgery and anaesthesia evoke an inflammatory response within the body, and that inflammatory response may spread into the central nervous system.
More than a third of all operations in Australia are done on people aged over 65.
The operation and the ageing, it's hard to work out which is affecting me the most, which had the most impact on me.
With more elderly people having operations, the findings of this trial could significantly change how people are anaesthetised. Sophie Scott, ABC News.